In the early 2000s, electric cars were little more than a futuristic fantasy, expensive, slow, and limited to eco-conscious niche buyers. Gasoline reigned supreme, and the auto giants had little incentive to change. But in walked a man who didn't follow blueprints. He rewrote them. Elon Musk, known today for his roles in revolutionizing space, finance, and energy, was not the founder of Tesla. Yet, it was his vision, risk tolerance, and refusal to accept impossible that turned Tesla from a struggling startup into a trillion-dollar titan of industry. Act I, enter Elon. In 2004, Tesla Motors was a fledgling company founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. They had a dream: to build a sleek, fully electric sports car that would make green tech cool. Musk, already flush from the sale of PayPal, invested $6.3 million and became Tesla's chairman. But Musk didn't invest to sit on the sidelines. He had his own vision, not just to build an electric sports car for the elite, but to revolutionize the entire automobile industry. He wanted to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, and he was willing to bet everything, his fortune, reputation, and sanity, to do it. Act II, the Roadster gamble. Tesla's first car, the Roadster, was based on a Lotus Elise chassis but completely electric. It promised high performance and zero emissions, yet production was fraught with technical problems, cost overruns, and delays. Musk poured money into the company, often from his own pocket. When most investors would have cut their losses, Musk doubled down. He fought with suppliers, overhauled the management team, and even took over as CEO in 2008. That year, as the global financial crisis decimated industries, Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy. Musk described it as the worst year of my life. He had to choose between keeping Tesla or SpaceX alive. He split his remaining funds between both, gambling that at least one might survive. Tesla limped into 2009, but the gamble paid off. Daimler invested $50 million, and a $465 million loan from the U.S. Department of Energy gave Tesla the breathing room it desperately needed. Act III, building the machine that builds the machine. Tesla's next move was not to stay a boutique car maker, but to go mass market. In 2012, it launched the Model S, a sleek sedan with jaw-dropping acceleration and a range that rivaled gas cars. It wasn't just electric, it was better. While legacy automakers outsourced much of their manufacturing, Musk believed in vertical integration. He wanted control over everything, from battery production to software to design. To many, this seemed insane. To Musk, it was the only way to innovate fast enough. Musk once famously said, "The factory is the product." Tesla wasn't just a car company, it was a robotics and manufacturing company. He introduced concepts like the Alien Dreadnought, a futuristic factory with almost no human labor. While the initial attempts at automation faltered, the ambition behind them set Tesla apart. Meanwhile, Tesla began building its gigafactories, massive production facilities to scale battery production and reduce costs. These were not just car plants, they were ecosystems, designed to redefine what manufacturing could look like in the 21st century. Act IV, brand magic and the cult of Elon. Tesla didn't advertise. It didn't have to. Musk became the company's ultimate marketing engine, blending engineering insight with showmanship. Whether unveiling a new model with theatrical flair, tweeting production updates in the middle of the night, or driving a roadster into space aboard a SpaceX rocket, Musk knew how to command attention. He made EVs sexy, aspirational. Buying a Tesla wasn't just about driving, it was a declaration that you believed in the future. This charisma came with controversy. Musk was known for erratic tweets, clashing with regulators, and promising timelines that often proved wildly optimistic. But behind the chaos was an engineer-entrepreneur with unrelenting focus. Tesla also began to develop its own self-driving software, turning every Tesla on the road into a data-collecting machine. By 2020, Tesla had a massive edge in real-world driving data, training its AI while competitors lagged. Act V, the tipping point. By 2020, the world began to change. Climate awareness was rising. Gasoline vehicles started to feel outdated. Governments around the globe introduced incentives and regulations favoring EVs. Tesla, once a niche player, was perfectly positioned. It released the Model 3, a more affordable sedan aimed at the mass market. Then came the Model Y, combining the best of SUV utility with EV performance. Sales surged. The gigafactories expanded. Tesla turned profitable, sustainably, finally. Wall Street took notice. Once laughed at by analysts, Tesla stock soared. In 2021, Tesla's market cap surpassed $1 trillion, making it more valuable than the next several car companies combined. It wasn't just a car company anymore. Tesla was an energy company, a robotics company, a software company, one that happened to sell cars. Epilogue: Beyond the Horizon. Today, Tesla isn't just about EVs. It's about energy independence with solar roofs and battery storage systems. It's about autonomy, with AI pushing toward full self-driving capabilities. It's about redefining not only how we drive, but how we live. Musk envisions a world where homes generate their own power, cars drive themselves, and humanity moves toward a sustainable, multiplanetary future. Tesla, in that vision, is a cornerstone. Of course, the road has been anything but smooth. Tesla has faced lawsuits, recalls, production delays, and competition from legacy and startup automakers alike. But one thing remains constant: Musk's unwillingness to settle for what is, in favor of what could be. Conclusion: From crazy to trillion-dollar company. When Musk joined Tesla, most thought electric vehicles were a dead end. Few believed that a Silicon Valley startup could break into the automotive world, let alone dominate it. But Musk didn't just build a company. He built a movement, one that merged technology, sustainability, and bold ambition. Tesla's rise to a trillion-dollar valuation wasn't luck. It was the product of risk-taking, vertical integration, engineering obsession, and storytelling at a scale rarely seen in corporate history. In the end, Musk's greatest innovation wasn't a car, battery, or even software. It was belief. The belief that the future can be built faster than we think, and that, sometimes, the craziest ideas are the ones worth betting everything on.